Chelsea 4, PAOK 0. Chelsea win the group with a game in hand as Hudson Odoi starts, plays the full 90 minutes, gets his first goal for the club and even tops it off with an assist. The other 3 goals coming from our 2 strikers and generally a very satisfying performance by the Blues on what can only be described as simply a good day. To find out everything about the game as it happened, make sure you watch all of this review. Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for my review of the Chelsea 4 PAOK 0 game. And today's just a very good day. Like, I'm very happy. Hudson Odoi started, played the full 90 minutes, scored, got an assist, Ampadu came on, Morata scored, Giroud scored 2. Great day. Very happy. Very happy today. Of course, this is the review. There will be fan cams out later on. There will be a vlog. There will be all sorts of content surrounding the game and, of course, for the weekend as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that, do make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. And also, let's see whether we're going to hit 400 or more likes in this video. That would be massively appreciated if we could hit that. So make sure you smash that like button down below. I would massively appreciate that. But now getting straight into the review and starting it off, we're speaking about the lineup. And it was pretty much as expected. Actually, was exactly what I hoped for. Obviously, in the 4-3-3 formation that we always play with, Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal, then a back 4 of Davide Zappacosta and Emerson Palmieri is the 2 fullbacks, then Gary Cahill and Andreas Christensen as the 2 centre-backs, a midfield 3 of Cesc Fabregas, Ross Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and then Hudson Odoi started on the left wing, Pedro started on the right, and Olivier Giroud started up front. And I'm getting straight into the game. PAOK really didn't have a great start to the game. They really didn't. As their centre-back, Kacheridi, I think he's Hungarian, I'm not quite sure on that, was sent off for a tackle on Olivier Giroud as the last man with just 6 minutes gone, you know, just 6 minutes into the game. Like, really didn't start well for them. A pull back pass from the right back, past the centre-back, Giroud was on it, touched the ball past the centre-back and was brought down by him just outside the box. Obviously, a red card was the right decision. Fabregas put the resulting free kick just wide off the post as he kind of sneakily tried to put it under, you know, the wall, but like I said, put it wide. And yes, we did dominate, you know, the game early on. We did dominate the game throughout, to be honest, but also early on, and created some half chances and almost moments, but nothing major in the first 15-20 minutes kind of thing. Hudson Odoi, in my opinion, was the most prominent in that early phase of the game. You know, and he was just involved in everything good that we did going forward. And our first big chance we then had with around 20 minutes played when the PAOK keeper pulled off an incredible save, like outstanding save to keep out a left-footed strike, you know, from well outside the box by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. A great strike, but an even better save to put it out for a corner. As you would expect, PAOK did defend very deep and forced us to go wide, but you know, there was no real change, especially early on in that first half. With our recent problems of not moving anywhere near enough, the players just didn't move enough. Again, very static for for long periods of the game, really. And with that, obviously not passing the ball quickly enough. If you don't move, you can't pass the ball quickly enough. And that obviously hinders, you know, it hinders every team, but especially with our idea of football, it's just not very good. And honestly, it's starting to frustrate me because I'm like, just move around. I know it's PAOK, but move around. And then we can actually try to pass the ball quickly. And, you know, if we move, then we can criticise the passing. But at the moment, it's mostly the lack of movement that needs to be criticised. But thankfully, in the 27th minute, we finally broke the deadlock as Olivier Giroud made it 1-0 with actually a very lovely strike. It all started with a wonderful over-the-top ball by Cesc Fabregas to Pedro, who, you know, made a great run, controlled it well, then turned around and kind of waited for his teammates to catch up. Laid it to Olivier Giroud to the right of him, and Giroud just inside the box, you know, curled it beautifully into the far bottom corner along the floor and, you know, made it 1-0 with a very good strike. Only a minute after making it 1-0, Hudson Odoi actually hit the bar with a top-class strike from outside the box when he picked up a loose ball after Barkley was actually fouled and advantage was played, I think. Unless the ref didn't actually play advantage, but it should have been a foul anyway. But Hudson Odoi picked up the ball and hit it first time and hit it against the bar. Great effort, simply unlucky. Like I said, you know, PAOK forced us to play over the wings quite a lot and therefore crossed the ball quite a bit. Actually, quite a few of our crosses weren't all that bad, were quite decent from both the fullbacks and the wingers as well. And a lot of them actually only quite narrowly missed Olivier Giroud. And so obviously that was a little bit disappointing that we didn't make more of it. But, you know, the crosses were at least somewhat decent. But then exactly 10 minutes after his first goal, Olivier Giroud made it 2-0 on the night. A beautiful goal, this one. Exceptional goal, like incredible, and also a beauty of an assist by Cesc Fabregas. Another one of those over-the-top balls by the Spaniard, incredible. Like he just knows that the run's gonna come, then it comes, then he just chips the ball over the defense and just finds his teammate perfectly. Giroud did make that good run into the box and actually took Fabregas's pass on the volley, right on the edge, you know, of the 6-yard box and like at the corner basically. and he just put it in at the near bottom corner, like between the keeper and the post. A great strike, great volley, great assist, generally a great goal. And that was actually Olivier Giroud's 4th goal in his last 3 games that he featured in for us. Obviously, he didn't feature against Everton, unless I'm mistaken. But obviously, he scored against Pate and he scored against Spurs. And then obviously, he scored today twice, which is obviously very good. So 4 goals in 3. Should he start on Sunday? Maybe he should. And then 5 minutes before the break, actually, Pedro missed an absolute sitter and really should have made it 3-0 before half-time. Just outside the 6-yard box, the ball came to him. But he just, you know, he was completely unmarked and he just messed it up. Emerson put in actually a very good low cross from basically the byline, found Pedro perfectly. But the Spaniard, like I said, properly messed it up and kind of hit the shot against his other foot instead of putting it into an almost open net. Like the keeper was there, but kind of onto one side of the goal. So he had a lot of space to put that ball in. But, you know, he messed it up. And that was then half-time at 2-0. And it was still a little bit slow to start with, but it got better as the half went on. Certainly helped by PAOK obviously being down to 10 men. Although to be quite honest, especially in the first half, PAOK's biggest downfall and our biggest advantage was that the Greek side really tried to play football and tried to play it out from the back, but seemed to just have an off day and have a bad day because they played so many misplaced passes in those situations trying to get their way out of trouble that we, you know, recovered the ball so quickly way into their half that, you know, they couldn't really do much and we obviously dominated the game. But getting into the second half, the start to it was a little bit more tricky because actually we still dominated and we had multiple corners from which nothing came because the deliveries when Pedro was on the pitch weren't great, I thought, really weren't. And every single time when we didn't win the header inside the box, we were hit on the counter. Every single time. Poor organisation, like defensive organisation when, you know, we have our own corner. Not great. And then there was also this moment where Emerson was forced to a last-ditch tackle, a really good last-ditch tackle, and he got the ball and cleared it for a corner. But he was forced to do that inside the box, you know, basically to make up for his own mistake that he did on the touchline a few seconds earlier when he let his man go past him. But other than that, we weren't really threatened at all. 10 minutes into their second half, Loftus-Cheek was yet again denied, you know, for a goal by a quality save from the PAOK keeper. You know, he received the ball 30, 35 yards from goal and wasn't really supported by any of his teammates. No one really helped him out, either whether that was on the wing or, you know, Giroud didn't really make a very helpful run either. So Loftus-Cheek was kind of forced to try by himself, and he did so really well. Went past 2 or 3 or 4 even players, went for the shot. A really good effort, but like I said, you know, the keeper did well to keep it out again. And then exactly on the hour mark, definitely the moment of the night, as Hudson Odoi, who only just turned 18 earlier this month, scored his first goal for Chelsea to make it 3-0. Again, actually assisted by Cesc Fabregas, although this time it was a pretty simple few-yard pass to the youngster, who received the ball just outside the box, took it inside, and then simply went for goal, cutting onto his stronger right foot and just put it in at the near post. And I think that was actually a very, very smart finish. Some people might say, you know, just poor by the keeper because he conceded at the near post. But I actually think Hudson Odoi was really, really smart there because I think he saw the keeper move away from that near post before he pulled that trigger, and that's why he placed it there. I think so. You know, maybe it was just lucky and he always wanted to put it there and was lucky that the keeper, you know, moved away the second he hit it. But I think he was being very smart about that. Obviously a great moment, and in his celebration, you could really tell that it meant a lot to him, you know, obviously scoring his first goal for the club. And then to top things off and make things even better, straight after that goal, the other 18-year-old promising youngster we have at the club, Ethan Ampadu, came on to replace Davidas Zapacosta to get his first appearance under Maurizio Sarri and his first, you know, appearance this season. And Ethan Ampadu basically is the new Nathan Ake, just on the other side, because seemingly alongside, you know, being fairly capable and, you know, being good at playing at centre-back and also at centre midfield, he can also play right back. Obviously, Ake can play centre mid, centre back and left back. And Ampadu can play right back. Hopefully, he can turn out to be even better. And hopefully, we won't sell him. But, you know, it's just very similar in a lot of, you know, things, especially the hair as well. With 25 minutes to go, then Willian came on for Pedro, which actually had Hudson Odoi moved over to the right-hand side with the Brazilian on the left. Presumably, at least I think so, for Sarri to have a look at the youngster also on the other side of the pitch, because obviously so far he's only played on the left. And, you know, Sarri mostly sees him on the left, but today he played him on the right. And, you know, spoiler alert, he also got an assist from that right-hand side. So maybe, just maybe, we'll also see him maybe playing with Hazard on the right-hand side and Hazard on the left. That would obviously be great. But after that, after the 3-0 especially, the game just slowed down quite a bit, you know, quite drastically. You know, not much intensity left and not really much happening. Except that in the 75th minute, Morata came on for Olivier Giroud as a last substitution. And with his first touch of the ball, he scored to make it 4-0. And like I said already, assisted by Hudson Odoi and a quality cross with a lot of pace that he put into the box. And Morata then did well to get, you know, his head on it ahead of the defender and put it in from fairly close range. A good goal. And, you know, an assist for Hudson Odoi. Like I said, it was just a good day today because after that, it was just back to not much happening. So much so that that was basically the end of the game, even though that goal came basically with still 15 minutes to go. But yeah, that was full time at 4-0. And like I said, you know, a few times now, today was just a good day. A lot of good performances. First goal for Hudson Odoi, assist as well. First appearance of the season for Ampadu. 3 goals by our 2 strikers. and a clean sheet. You can't really ask for much more than that. Kepa didn't have to make a single save today. Cahill and Christensen did well when they needed to, although, you know, that barely ever happened. Zappacosta was okay. You know, he was decent in some moments, but then he just went for goal in some ridiculous moments. Like, he just had a shot from, like, way outside the box. Ridiculous angles. Was never going to happen, so I'm not sure why he did that. Emerson Palmieri on the other side was quite good, I thought, except for the one mistake that he then made up for himself. Fabregas was exceptional today. Great passing. You know, obviously got 2 assists and was, you know, kind of played the assist to the assist for the first goal. So very good game for him. Obviously against the lesser opposition that didn't exactly press him, and they were down to 10 men as well. But still very good display by him. Loftus-Cheek, again, very good. Was very happy with him. You know, he just, whenever he plays, he's just good. He just plays really well. And I think he should be in that conversation of starting, you know, in that position of Kovacic, that Kovacic and Barkley fight for. Because Kovacic really hasn't done well recently, I thought. Hasn't played well. Barkley hasn't played well in the last 2 games. Didn't play well today, I thought. Was the most kind of invisible attacking player. Just didn't do much at all. You know, decision making not great. You know, just didn't do anything really. And Loftus-Cheek was good, I thought. Hudson Odoi, obviously, like I've mentioned plenty of times now, goal and assist, and overall he just played very well and very impressively for obviously his first start for Chelsea. Pedro did, you know, was decent, didn't do all that much. Obviously assisted Giroud's goal and kind of missed, you know, that sitter that he really should have done better with before half time. Giroud obviously got those 2 very good goals by him. You know, very nice goals. You know, I have to repeat that because they were actually very good. Morata scored with his first touch off the ball. Like, our 2 strikers scored 3 goals today. I mean, we always complain about our strikers not scoring, you know, enough. Obviously, it was PAOK. They were down to 10 men. I do understand that, but still, it's good. They scored, and you know, to be honest, I really have absolutely no complaints today. So that's really it from me. Leave me all of your thoughts on the game down in the comment section below. I think we can all a little bit rave about Hudson Odoi today. So any comments you have on him down in the comment section below. Like I said in the beginning, let's see whether we can hit 400 or more likes. That would be massively appreciated. So make sure you smash that like button. As always, don't forget to check out my social media, which is Laos1507 on both Instagram and Twitter. As you can see over here, and also the links to both of them are down in the description. So if you could follow me over there, I would massively appreciate that. And of course, this is YouTube, so if you haven't already, do make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell button and choose to be notified about all uploads so you don't miss any of your future videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea, and I'll see you next time.